Well, the government is back in business. The nation's longest government shutdown is now over this morning after President Trump signed a temporary funding measure into law last night.
As Doug Luzader reports from Washington this morning, that capped off a day of intense debate on Capitol Hill.
With a round of applause, President Trump added his signature to the bill to reopen the government, saying he wouldn't give in to Democratic demands.
Today, we're sending a clear message that we will never give in to extortion, because that's what it was.
On this vote, the yeas are 222, the nays are 209. The bill is passed.
Just a short time earlier last night, the House finally passed the temporary funding bill, meaning those shutdown signs will come down, federal workers will return to the office with paychecks, air travel should return to normal incoming days, and SNAP food benefits will resume.
We feel very relieved tonight. The Democrat shutdown is finally over, thanks to House and Senate Republicans who stood together to get the job done.
There were a couple of Republicans who voted against the bill, but 6 Democrats crossed over to support the plan, despite overwhelming opposition within their party.
This fight is not over. We're just getting started.
The Democrats vowing to keep pushing for the extended Obamacare subsidies they had been holding out for. There will be a vote on that next month, and it could be an issue in next year's midterms, something the president also hit on.
So I just want to tell the American people, you should not forget this. When we come up to midterms and other things, don't forget what they've done to our country.
Our Doug Luzader joins us live from Washington this morning. So, Doug, what is the process for getting the government back to running at what we would consider normal levels?
Well, you know, it's going to take some time to get all the money through various pipelines to get things operating again. You know, SNAP benefits will eventually be paid out again. Federal workers will return to the office. Paychecks will go out again. Air travel may take a little while to kind of get everything through the system, and some of those air travel restrictions are going to remain in place for a little while, apparently.
Okay, so for those travelers, though, heading to the D.C. area, maybe they're hoping to check out the Smithsonian and some of the other museums. I'm hearing that those will be opening those sooner rather than later.
Yeah, everything should be open pretty soon.
Okay.
You know, again, it's just going to be a question of how long it takes for people to get back to the office. You know, this funding deal was signed into law pretty late last night. So there may be some lags here before things begin to reopen again. You know, you look at the Smithsonian in particular, they stayed open beyond the shutdown, and they were open for several days, as I recall, after that, as they were relying on some kind of remaining funds to keep operating. So we don't know how quickly they're going to kind of get back on their feet here. I think the one thing that's just going to take a while is air travel, because you have a lot of people that are still kind of stuck in the system that still have to get to their destinations, and again, those restrictions are going to remain in place for the time being.
All right, that is our Doug Luzader reporting live from Washington this morning. Thanks for your time, Doug.
Thank you.